and start the stream. So we should be live by now. And hopefully the webcam isn't picking up my condition. We are about done. We're done grinding for IS-7. Now comes the assembling, which is kind of the icing on the cake that perhaps no one asked for, but at least it'll be memorable. And with that, we've assembled what? The turret armor parts, the assembled S-70 cannon, and the engine without attachments. Let me see if I can finish these up. That's quite satisfying. And I've been using the TEC Hub Discord's Operation Summer, what is it, recipes? Let's look at the actual name of the channel. Operation Summer Cookbook. Starts off with a great graphic of the patron saint of, what would you call this? Whatever. There's Tech himself. It's late. I've been grinding my brains out on this thing, and now I can finish. Okay, so we got the cannon. We got the assembled cannon. We got the assembled cylinder block of the engine. What are we going to work on next? Let's see. Hull without attachments. Turret without weapons. Okay. Let's look.
Looking at the list of known con artists, it seems like they are more of the major guys are guys. So maybe lower end it might be more female dominated, but at the high end, like the crazy frauds, like the multi-million shit, it's mainly men.
Well, it's mainly men in most leadership positions, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, because men do everything better at the high end. Literally everything at the high end is better.
Built to lead.
It's not necessarily, but yeah, I get your point. There's more chance of them being at the high end.
Yeah.
What's all this then?
We're talking about famous scam artists and why a lot of them right now in the media seem to be female. Why would that be? But
Everyone likes the idea of a femme fatale.
You mean femme fatale?
Yeah, that. I don't speak French.
Matt the Knife. He was a card cheat and a pickpocket. What does it says? He bilked dozens of casinos. What does that mean?
Scammed them in some way. Bilking. I think that's a clever theft is what that refers to, but I'm not sure.
Obtain or withhold money from someone by deceit or without justification.
Yep, clever theft.
There's a bunch of different types of scams. Like there's like I can't list them off the top of my head. But there's like a bunch of different methods.
Like a Ponzi scheme?
Yeah, I mean like the Ponzi scheme, pyramid scheme. There's a bunch of other ones that aren't as well known, but
the main one you see in science right now is Ponzi schemes. Like companies which say they have a product and never do. Those are very famous one actually last year.
Tesla.
No.
Tesla has at least some stuff. But do you remember those stories about the female Steve Jobs?
Yes.
oh yeah,
Oh, thank you.
The blood research where it's like the one drop testing.
Yeah, it turned all out to be just rubbish, and none of it was true.
Somebody's got an echo.
She's actually going to, well, I think she's getting sued by the government or something.
Yeah, didn't she get like some
I haven't been making any progress. This is what happens when I grind late at night.
Yeah, government grants and also defrauded the American people. Oh, yeah.
Okay, we
Who do
need
you think was
to
the
look this
first
up.
Microsoft
Hull without
tech support
attachments.
guy?
The paperclip. Oh, do you mean an actual person?
No, I mean the whole like. Hello, my name is John. I am from Telecom.
Okay, we need M50T.
There appears to be a virus on your computer.
Oh, I need more pieces. T34.
Was it had to fucking
Oh,
work
so
at some
cannon.
stage for everyone to keep
Cannon.
doing it?
Engine block. Engine. Turret armor parts. Got that one. Transmission. Gearbox, clutch, 2X, final drive, and band brake. Okay, so transmission. Recipes, we want, that's not a gearbox. Clutch, final drive, band brake. There's the correct recipe. Let's mark the rest as incorrect. I cannot keep my train of thought at this time of night.
Woo woo.
The little engine that could. Okay, gearbox, clutch.
Like a human brain's like one of those like pulled lawnmowers in the morning. Tries to like get you up.
Oh man, yeah.
Pulling yourself up. I imagine it.
The cool thing about this is these are all legit parts for like engines, and they show neat pictures that actually teach you a little bit about how tanks actually work. So that's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's way better than the last one. Caterpillars and fairy jizz.
Have you guys?
Selenium plating for German tank.
Let's see. Well, I mean, everybody was trying to get in on the selenium, you know.
Yeah.
Captured selenium.
Selenium was in the game before the
Band
it was
break.
last year's. If you looked at last year's decorations for the hangar,
Yeah, that was great.
they had boxes of selenium.
That was so great. And secret documents, right?
Yes, yes. Can't forget those.
I mean, to be fair, kudos for engaging, for having a sense of humor about it.
Yeah. Caterpillar Drive. Road Wheel 7, Idler, Sprocket, and Caterpillar Track.
Did Rocker finish his thing today? I thought he might. Did he?
Oh, somebody on the War Thunder Reddit found the object 1002. Do you know what that is? In April of 2015, we had some chicken walkers as an April Fool's. That is the Soviet one.
Oh, okay. So that's what that is then. Wait, I mean, yeah, they're still in the game files. They're still in the frickin' testing thing on that testing custom mission.
I think they may have taken him out for a while, but I'm not sure. Maybe I'm thinking something else. No, I am thinking of I'm thinking of the April 1st Leo. What was it? Leo 2 and the Russian whatever it was.
The type, I think it was the T90.
Yeah. Idler, Sprocket Wheel, and Track. Okay. That looks like a sprocket wheel. Track. I'll bet I have to have 2 of these, don't I? There's a track.
Have you completed it, Toshio? Like, have you got all the parts you need?
I have all the parts and now I'm just assembling them.
Ah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you did like what Rocker did and just sat on the parts.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, you're actually going to be crafting for like an hour.
It's a victory lap. Okay. There it is.
I'm so close. I'm under 20 now.
Finish strong, bud.
Cannot. Oh, I can't find it. Where is that? There it is. Got it.
Can't find it.
Can't find it. Where did you put it?
What do you think they're going to? What do you think they're going to do for the aircraft event?
I'm sure it'll be something cool.
Hopefully not this, because I don't have time anymore. I'll have school.
I don't think it'll be straight after. If
Why
it
not?
is, I'm gonna just, I can't do it. I don't have time.
The old plan event. I don't understand why they changed it.
Well, they made the event significantly heavier than it's been in the past, so they better give a bit of a break to people.
Yes.
They gotta refill their wallets as well. I mean, that's just good marketing at that point.
Like they're like posts like people warriors were like, why don't you offer this for a GE? Yeah, don't want the Wallet Warriors to have special privilege. I'm like, when do you care about that?
Well,
See, Wallet Warriors,
They can still buy it if they wanted to.
they
Yeah.
still buy it, you just gotta use the market.
gives everybody a chance to get it, to work for it. I could have bought this. I mean, it takes so much less time of working an actual job and then just buying it on the market when it drops to $100. That's like 4 hours of mowing lawns. But I wanted to go through this experience and poison my marriage just for the heck of it.
I guess if you never actually got it.
Yeah.
And then you find out no one actually sells it, everyone keeps it.
That sweet cash is gonna waft in the face of somebody. Waft. Nah, waft is better at this time of night. Okay. Engine. Fuel pump, oil pump, supercharger, 2 starters, and a generator. Okay, engine, fuel pump, oil pump, 1 supercharger. Nope, it's the other way around. 2 starters and a generator. There's the winner. I used to have, when I was reading constantly, a superb short-term memory. Now it's decent, but this time of night, not so much. Okay, oil pump, supercharger.
Hello there, Mr. Mouse. Oh, wow, I bounced. Can I reload before he can shoot me? I bet I can.
That is a centrifugal supercharger. I know enough about cars to recognize some of these parts. I am so proud of me. Okay, it's 1 generator, 2 starters. I've replaced this before. Both of those, actually. Okay. Fuel pump and oil pump. I should know what those look like.
I love it when some random guy just writes like a paragraph in the chat. Just
Yeah.
the in-game chat.
Oh yeah, yeah.
About like how he hates arcade or Listic or whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of funny now to see people like openly complaining about this or that thing about the game, because it's just so massive that if you don't like something, I just move over to something I do like. And I've been there. I've hated every single thing about this game at one time or another. Sometimes all at once. But it's a great game. Fuel pump. It should be by the oil pump. But I don't see another pump there. Oh, is it? I think that's one of the rare parts. Yeah, there it is. That's why I wouldn't see it there. I have all the pieces. Let's do this. So proud of us, guys. If you're actually like managing to watch this live right now, kudos to you. Let's check the chat real quick. Nothing. Yeah, it's midnight. Nobody should be awake watching this, but I'm recording it now anyway, just because, well, we're gonna experience this together.
What's your Twitch name?
Oh, I live stream on YouTube. It's Toshiothunder.
out in a second.
Cool.
Trying not to get nosked.
7 road wheels and an idler wheel and a sprocket and a track. There's a track. We need 7 road wheels.
There's so much lag time in between YouTube stream and the actual like live.
Yeah. I don't have the best internet either. 1 idler wheel. Idler wheel is how you tension the track. Yeah, the sprocket drives the track. The idler wheel tensions it, and the road wheels bear the weight of the vehicle. Yeah. The more you know. This is that stuff that the chieftain drools over when he's doing a inside the loader or inside the chieftain's hatch episode. The stuff that people actually have to deal with on a daily basis for these beasts. The tracks, the torsion bars, the suspension.
Imagine if the IS-7 actually went into service and then they like modernized it. So I get like the IS-7M.
I would love to see a modern day super heavy tank. Wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be pretty tits.
Just something that's designed to absorb or bounce everything from like every angle that you could reasonably expect on the ground and have a doom cannon to boot. That would just be... I feel like Russia needs to build one of those just for national pride.
Just like a 90mm, 90-ton vehicle, 2,000 horsepower engine.
Yes, yeah.
You know, 155mm gun.
Yeah.
No,
like a modern mouse with modern understanding of armor and weapons and things.
Oh, dude, you accept replays?
And the mouse only
I accept them, but you know, I go through times where I do a lot of replays, and I go through times where I don't do any. So just keep that in mind.
You want me to send you my 12 kill French?
Sure.
Can I send you my 11 kill Falcon game?
Dude, send me whatever you want to. No guarantees about me, you know, obviously making a video about it, but I love to
trying to build a stealth tank.
Get people's replies.
It's a light tank, so it's not gonna do anything really.
PLO1 or whatever.
That is.
Okay, what should I do next? I got the transmission. Moon Bear on Math. That name though. Okay.
I was a bit. I was right over ecstasy by the end of it.
Alright. Hey, Pokenaut, good to see you, bud.
I don't remember the name. It was one with the 2 cat points, and one of them's already cat for your team, and it takes forever. Like domination or whatever, I think it was. It was that, and I basically for the second half of the game was 1v3 or 4. And won.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, Caterpillar drive.
The fun part was getting the last 2 kills with my turret ring knocked out.
Nice.
Yeah,
those are always satisfying.
I don't have parts for this thing yet, so I have to drive all the way back to a cap with a mouse chasing me.
I'd love to do a replay video where I'd be like, today's replay sent in by Moon Bear on Meth. No comment. Let's see.
Yeah, my name always drags attention.
Yeah. Okay, 2 drives, 14 torsion bars, and 8 shock absorbers, because why not?
Dude, you're in a lot of servers. You're in Fly server, you're in Koala server, you're in Tech server, you're in Miles server.
Yeah, I don't spend any time in a lot of them. I just don't have the time, but it's a good place to dump videos in case anybody wants to notice. I've especially gotten a lot of cool people from... Oh, what's it called? This one right, Strong Army, yeah. There's some neat lads in that channel. No, it's not that one. I think it's this one. Need a couple of band brakes? No, those don't go on the suspension. It's this one. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I need
I'm so used to playing the French autoloaders, just kind of like
14 torsion bars and 8
you
shock
know, like,
absorbers.
it's got such large magazines, but in the IS-7 it's kind of different. It's like, you know, you'll shoot 7 shots, which actually isn't a lot. And then
I mean,
you'd be like, where the fuck's my reload?
the cylindrical ones only have about 7 shots, I think.
No,
8 maybe.
No, the ones on the AMX M4s have like 9 shots, and then like the ones on like the AMX 13s or whatever.
Well, the 13s.
Those have like 14 shots.
No, the AMX 13 ones are 12.
But
12,
yeah, that's right, they're 12 shots. Still, it's way more than 7.
Ultra
I was
loader.
Yeah,
blowing up M18s in my T-34.
Shock absorber 8. I know it was 8. It'd be cool to just have like a piece of one of these Soviet tanks, like a shock absorber or a torsion bar.
It'd be even cooler to have a T-34 on a keychain that you can turn into a full-size T-34 anytime you want.
Ant-Man.
There's a big freaking plot hole on how the PIM particles work, because it's like,
No way.
you know, it's like, oh, it shrinks the space between atoms so they keep all their mass. Okay, so how do you shrink into a subatomic level if you're just shrinking the space in between subatomic particles? That's fucking retarded.
Yeah.
That's a plot hole. And then there's another plot hole. How does a regular guy carry around a fucking shrunken T-34 that weighs 50 tons?
Yeah. They definitely play both sides of the field with that one on the physics and just do whatever's convenient for the narrative. Okay. That's cooking hot chicken.
And don't you wish you could just click a button and just fast assemble all your scrap?
I'm enjoying this. Oh,
No,
but I'm weird.
I was just sarcastically bragging because I can actually completely do that.
Cool. Let's see. Torsion bars. Got that one. Turret without weapons. Okay.
I like to think that I'll be able to assemble another IS-7, but I doubt it. I'll probably come up short just through my regular playtime.
Fuck, Norway's fun.
Oh man. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, and in case I didn't mention it, for any of you watching this video, there are adults in this chat, and they are free to speak as they wish. And if you're not ready to hear certain kinds of language, this is probably not the video for you. So with that, we'll carry on. You won't hear any of that from me, right now.
Yeah,
But
there won't be no cussing from you.
yeah, the others are free to speak as they wish. Because again,
Bad words.
this is the internet. Yeah, I personally think there's no such thing as a bad word, but you know, people raise their kids in a certain way that is appropriate, and I think that teaching them to select words with consideration for other people is a good thing to do. I think there's a time and place for every word.
Well, I mean, there's always going to be. I mean, it's like the capitalism of words.
Yeah, you know, there's this principle.
It's like the economy of words. There's
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. There's this principle of the economy of language where every word has some perfect use, and there's just no word that's quite as good at expressing that thought.
And there's always going to be words that are given more value.
Yeah.
by the people that by the people that use them, which is.
And you can definitely leverage your own personality by working on how you express yourself. So working on the words that you use can be a really good thing.
Exactly. I mean, that's
Well, as someone from the South Pacific.
That's why we raise our children to have to use certain language, because it'll directly affect their ability to socialize and.
Very good point. Very good point. And it steers the development of their personality as well. When they consider things like, okay, that's the word I want to say, but what am I allowed to say? And they sort of learn to self-regulate that way.
And I also wanted to say that it's like it determines their ability to socialize and climb the social hierarchy, which is
essential.
Which is important for any vying offspring and genetic code that wants to propagate itself.
Oh yeah, the tank babies are going to be very viable offspring. I assure you, and I will do everything in my power to propagate that dynamic. Okay.
Tank baby
Tank baby, what now?
I said tank baby Ubermensch when.
Hey, in development. We're working on the tank baby Mark II. I don't know if I've announced that to the entire world yet, but I intend to. So yeah.
You got to get rid of that turret ring gap.
Oh, she's got the cutest tooth gap. Have you seen that? Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's definitely an armor exploitable feature. We'll call it that. See, she fell onto a mega block, and it like cut her a little bit on the face. Oh, she bonked hard. She was bleeding a tiny bit, and mommy was right on top of that.
She was bleeding from her face. She was bleeding from everywhere.
It was Daddy's job to reassure mommy that it was going to be non-fatal. Yeah. Not this time. Let's see. I was doing construction of a tank. IS-7 turret without weapons, turret armor, horizontal drive, autoloader. Okay, let's build these things. Horizontal drive, autoloader.
This thing really moves. I don't even have any of the engine upgrades yet.
Autoloader. That looks like a horizontal drive.
This thing just lol pens a lot of the slopes that it really shouldn't. Like I just shot the I just saw an
telescopic and periscopic sight, and then 6 periscopes. They ought to bundle these parts together a little bit more. They do a little bit of that, but I wouldn't mind having them all be on the same page for a given maybe they are, maybe I'm probably missing something. And that thing is the telescopic sight, which is on the same page. I'm just too asleep to notice. Okay, and how many it was 6 periscopes, I'm sure of it. I'm a sleepy boy. That is a lovely sound when you build a piece, though. The little sparkly sound.
I swear to God, if someone steals that kill.
Kill.
That P-61 tried to hit on me in a BV-238. And I knocked one of his wings off, but he's still flying. So,
radio and 4 backless seats. That's not a radio, that's a battery. That's a radio. Okay. Yeah.
I love getting called a wallet warrior in this thing. Even though I got mine for completely free.
Yeah.
What are you driving?
IS-7?
IS-7, that's what I'm driving.
Yeah, buddy. I'm gonna have a good time driving this tank. After all this.
Yeah, I changed my mind. I'm not gonna sell it.
Yeah, it's probably a good call. You'll always, well, yeah, you'll, once you use that coupon, you're committed. At that point,
I mean, I was like, well, where is it going to fit into everything else you drive? I think is the question.
I have 7.7s.
okay, what else? Hull without attachments. M50T engine, transmission, 3 periscopes. Okay, I need that, and I need a tanker's seat by 1. Okay, 3 periscopes and a tanker's seat. Fair number of periscopes on this here vehicle. Tanker's seat. Tanker seat, fuel tanks, batteries by 6.
Oh. 15 parts away.
Without attachments.
That's a good feeling.
Theoretically, only 3 matches away. But of course, I'm gonna get two-part matches until I die.
Pretty much. I mean, I got a, in my last 15 parts, I got a 3-parter, a 2-parter, a 4-parter, and then another 3-parter. Wait, does that add up to 15? I'll have to check my economics tab.
It's super green.
The last 15 is just the bullshit for assembling like the hull and the turret together, right?
Yeah, the last 18.
Mileage. Sweet mileage. What about my wolf?
Thank God you can disassemble
Whoa.
things.
Yeah.
If they didn't let you, that'd be crazy.
It would be
That would be an immense amount of
highly disappointing.
Although we have all the recipes anyway, so.
Right, but think about people who don't.
Their
Headlamp
fault
by
for not
2.
networking better.
Okay, RP 46 by 2, headlamp by 2. I need to also not lose track of where I am.
You should just go through them all at once and just, oh no wait, because you don't have the recipes unlocked until you're doing them. Never mind.
Headlight. 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 Headlight? Can I not build a headlight yet? Maybe not.
Does anyone know how the war bonds work for like why some days you get like a tier 1 task and that's worth 75 or a tier 2 task that's worth 150 as opposed to 50 and 100 base respectively?
Oh, is it still like that?
Yeah, it's weird.
I have no idea. Track by 3, tow rope by 2. Okay. I don't see those either. I guess I can't make those until I get the hole done. Or the hole without attachments. Turret without attachments. Turret armor parts.
I wish it would hide parts you didn't need.
Yeah, but
Or you
then...
could choose to hide ones.
Yeah...
That would be nice. They have, like,
It would...
really-
What the only thing they need to do to make this event sort of perfect in my mind would be to get rid of all the guessing and just have you build the parts and then assemble them and only have one recipe, and then they could do things like hide every part you don't need. You know, you'd click on the...
No, I think the recipes is you know, a kitchen enough to be okay, but not bullshit enough to be bullshit. I just wish they'd remove the stupid timers and just do it immediately.
That's
the only problem.
that's fair as well.
That's my only gripe.
And this is, you know, this is fun right now, what I'm doing. I wouldn't mind not doing it, but it'll be memorable. Like you said, kitsch.
Like the recipe things it's like, that's fine. Like, it's not kitsch enough to be gay, but it's kitsch enough to be like, oh, look at this interesting twist.
Yeah.
But like the timers for, like, oh, well, you gotta, you know, see if it's right. That's bullshit. Just assemble immediately.
Yeah, because frankly, what everybody's gonna, well, the vast majority of people is gonna do is just look at a for sure recipe and go with it.
The recipes themselves are just common sense if you know anything about mechanics.
Yeah, or even if you just look at the tank and.
Yeah.
But well, I guess that's sort of the next stage is to look at
So,
the
like,
tank.
the engine, it's like a 12-cylinder engine. It's like, oh, okay, I know how to put it together.
I wouldn't have guessed 48 valves.
Yeah, it's 48 valves. It's 4 valves per cylinder.
Every engine I've opened up is 2 or 3
cylinders.
Well, it's gonna be a multiple of the cylinders, though. So, like, your 16 valve recipes are wrong. But yes, it is. It usually actually is too. But
Now we're waiting 11 seconds. We had to be my class had to be quiet during the games after the lesson today. Because I'm notoriously loud. I'm a really loud person, especially when I'm playing with the kids. I don't know if you've noticed that on the channel, but when I'm playing with Tank Baby, I'm super loud. I'm like, how did you get so loud? It's me. But we had to be quiet because, like, or quieter than I always am, because they wanted to keep the doors open for circulation, so the sound bounces into the main sanctuary pretty easily. And so I decided to play a quiet game today where everybody would hide under a chair and we just like randomly put the chairs wherever we wanted to, and then one person would have to like keep their eyes shut and try and find everybody. It was a lot of fun because you can mess with people and also be quiet at the same time, but it still didn't work. We were still louder than it was still loud. Sort of a side effect of having fun, I guess. It's too bad.
Do you ever use music in your videos to share?
I like to do background music when I have like background noise in my mic, and then the music kind of covers it up nicely. And sometimes if I try and take out the background sound noise in post, it cuts up some of my narration as well. And then sometimes I like to have, you know, like a montage or some music that really backs up whatever it is I'm doing. And it can be really fun, but it also takes a little bit extra time editing, and that's sort of something I don't have a lot of right now. Or I choose to not spend as much time editing because life. But I like music, especially if it goes well with whatever's on the screen.
Yeah.
my team of IS-7s just completely rolled this other team. I feel kind of bad.
Nice. Now I should be able to build headlamps. Okay,
Like, we
how
have
many
2
was-
deaths on our team. And it's uncursed.
Oof.
Turret. Hull without attachments.
That guy went to...
Tank. Hull. Okay, turret. Cannon. KPVTRP. Did I make a mistake here? Probably no. Let's see. What's that? KPVT machine gun. I thought I already did this. There's so many machine guns on this thing, it's hard to keep track of which step you've done. Okay.
Yeah, it is tough.
I think it does need another KP. The thing has 2 KPVT machine guns. It's got one of the little pintle.
It's only 2 KPVs and it's 6 fucking MPV.
Yeah.
MPVs.
Yeah.
All the 30 cal.
They should have put Shgas on there, then it could shred everything.
Oh my god, Shishkas would be fucking amazing.
Wouldn't that be so cool? They need a potato truck with some Shgas machine guns on it. That would be hilarious. But I think they're strictly an aerial machine gun. They wouldn't have worked well on the ground.
They're aerial because they fire so fast they get really fucking hot.
Plus, they don't like dust at all.
Like, you have to be up in
Stratosphere.
cold environment.
KPVT. Man, now I got more things I can build. Shovels and saws.
And the 30 cals are honestly a nice touch, but unless you're shooting them like just bare crew, they're useless.
Yeah. M56 though. Every time you can machine gun an M56, an angel gets his wings.
Oh my dude, that's probably gotta be the worst thing to play.
The reason I don't play M56 is just because every time I get machine gun to death, it kills me. It kills me.
I know, it's the worst.
Or already from like half a mile away. You just watch a single frag come, travel for like 5 seconds in the slow motion, and then blook.
Like when you do pull off those dirty flank and snipe spots, like
Yeah.
a crazy position, it's fun. But,
Yeah.
I mean, even
Those are
then,
few and far between
Yeah,
matches.
and other vehicles can do that as well. They have a small amount of armor.
Wait a minute. Did I just... I think I did. I bombed their runway and I killed the guy that was trying to take off.
Nice. That's gotten more rare.
even then, like after you pull off a couple of snipes, somebody's gonna spawn back into a plane without any ordnance and strafe you to death.
Okay, hull without attachments, transmission periscopes. I think I did those. Tanker CV. I did that. Okay. Are we really getting this far along? Okay, we got the turret. We got the hull. We need a 2-handed saw. We need a shovel. We need 2 crowbars and 2 clamps. Okay, shovel.
Yeah, I just love the sound of ammo cooking off, especially in American tanks.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I just
Let's
killed a
not do
T-20. I almost nut.
There we go. There you go, church kids. I warned you. It's up to
The
you.
base camo almost looks like
Shovel,
the,
couple
rare
of
camo
crowbars, couple of
after you've
clamps,
driven for,
2-handed
like,
saw.
500 meters and it's all covered in dust and shit. Like, it really does. Like, I'm so covered in dirt.
Hey, you're a dirty boy. Why is my fucking... Can't speak.
How late is it for you? Oh, it's about the
It's
same
only
time
half
for you.
12.
Yeah, it's about the same time for you. What?
I like how now if you fly into a balloon, it says the balloon killed you.
Yeah, that's funny.
I figured out how you angle this thing. All you gotta do is drive forward and reverse, and if at a slight angle, and get them to shoot your angled upper frontal plate with heat, and it's an auto bounce.
If you run into the string in the balloon, it does
RP46
kill
by
you, right?
2.
Yes.
Thought so.
I've only died like 3 times to barrage balloons, and every time it gives me PTSD.
IS-4M or the last T-54?
IS-4M.
I'm getting it. Why am I getting it?
Like, the last T-54 is good compared to the middle T-54, but it's still not the first T-54.
2 headlamps, 3
Yeah, the
tracks,
turret
and
gets
2
weaker,
tow
which is
ropes.
Well, the turret on the last T-54 is the same as the
Yeah.
It's the same except for like the back as the second T-54. It's just it gets better ammo. The last T-54 gets heat at best, and I don't think the second one does.
I need 11 more parts.
Like, if my memory serves correctly, the first T-54 gets APCRs, it's secondary ammo. The second one gets APDS, and then the third one gets heat.
Bam. 2. 1. Oh, you sneaky boy. We need 2 there.
This game has a very fucked up definition of low throttle speed. I am going 320 kilometers an hour in a BV, and it's telling me to speed up.
Nice.
Yeah, I've noticed, like, also, you can be going like 150 in the P51, and it'll tell you to pull up the gear. It's like, no, stop. Get that red text off my screen.
I find that anywhere below 160 knots is usually safe to deploy gear.
Pretty sure I just got the shittiest version of Kursk possible.
Yeah.
Battle. And it's the C point and the A point.
Some people love that.
You gotta always remember to attack the D point.
No, you got
flank through D point, and you win every time.
you got to defend the D point, bud.
Yeah, you gotta attack the D point, but also defend the D point.
That's truer words have never been spoken. Let's see. RP. What am I even doing now? I think I'm building the tank. I think this is it. I think it's time for the marriage in 4 minutes.
Dun, dun, dun.
Right, Arn.
Take this North Willy-witted tank to be your tank.
This turret is just so hilarious looking. It looks like a very active child designed this. As with most Soviet behemoths, which is a good thing.
It probably was. I mean, you purge all your engineers, you have nothing but kids left.
Parents are in gulag.
You must carry on father's tradition.
Dude, this best on the ground task is fucking
Oh
hard.
shit, we're coming in a bit harder than I would have liked. Do not raise the flaps when you're missing one of them. Oh jeez.
Yeah, that's always fun.
With Wolf, if you lose a flap when you're landing, you just flip over and die.
Yeah.
It's a fun experience.
Focke-Wulf is by far the least forgiving flight model.
Oh god. So it turns out, tents on the runway are made of landmines.
Oh yeah.
They will explode your entire flying boat.
Yeah. The BV-238 lost to a tent. Oh man, Gaijin, you're so funny. You can literally plow through like half a dozen trees with. Well, never mind. I guess they changed the damage model. You used to be able to.
I have story time, like years and years ago before they fixed the Kai 200/ME163
Yeah.
landing. I would always tip over on one wing and brake.
Yeah.
I was on, I don't remember what map I was on. Well, I remember what map, but I don't remember the name of the map. But I landed, and I actually like It was like a sideways landing, and I landed. My final resting position was on the incline of a tent, and it actually didn't made it so that I didn't hit the and break my wing. It's took back off.
Oh, it's so
I
funny.
I just got the confirmation that it was a guy on the runway that I bombed.
Nice. Did he share the joy with you in the chat?
No. Well, I'm dead now, so I'm looking at the preliminary results, and I got the surprise medal,
Yeah.
which is for destroying an enemy plane with a bomb.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
I haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, likewise. You know, I used to play bombers quite a bit, but I don't do that so much anymore.
Well, I mean, I am horrendous at planes, but I like bombers, and I recognize the need for a ground pounder.
I have almost every single bomber in the game spaded, except for the Russian jet bombers and the British jet bombers.
The XA-38 Grizzly?
That's a nice plane.
It's so fun. It's so fun, and it's one of those planes that is very resilient to things like power creep. If they could finally figure out how to fix its damage model. Because the one gripe I have with it is when you do take hits, weird stuff happens. But everything's
They also need to fix the 75 model on light pillbox. So like if you
yeah, that's
with
BS.
the 75, it should die.
Sometimes it'll die in one shot with the 75 and then just a few 50 cals, and other times it takes like 3 hits. It's just really, it's wonky. And it shouldn't be. You should be able to one-tap them with the 75. I agree. But at the same time, balancing issues. It's a powerful enough plane already. As it stands, I should say.
Is there a point of putting agility points on gunner?
I'm not even sure how that works. I'm not sure if it's the speed with which he's replaced or with which he replaces someone else.
It's the speed at which he replaces other.
Yeah, so that would be a moot. You'd never need that for a gunner then.
But no, well, the thing is that it's like a shared crew. It's like a shared skill, so it's like field repair.
Oh, okay.
So like it indirectly affects the speed of other people's replacement time as well. So like
I'm glad you mentioned that.
it's like a soft buff. It's like leadership. So like the more points you have in leadership,
Oh my
your replacement
gosh.
time for any other crew is slightly shorter.
I think this is it. I think I'm building IS-7. Okay.
Congrats.
Two.
Are you building the saw and the clamps and the?
Yep. The saw, the shovel, the 2 crowbars, the 2 clamps, the hull, and the turret. 2 minutes. Oh goodness, this has been a long time coming. This is like what, a solid week or more of grinding, and the marriage counseling that's inevitably gonna come, which is cool. I need to spend more time with my pastor. He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. Like, it's not every day that you get a pastor that like just lets you run your class. I mean, not that I've taught a lot of classes, and then also shoots guns with you every now and then.
I think the answer here is, you need to include your wife in your hobbies. Take her out in your IS-7.
I've tried to wrangle her in. I've made these cutesy skins that tried to attract her to the game, but it's for boys. She's interested in Pokemon and naps right now, and I don't blame her.
I heard Pokemon Go is going to be introducing like battles and shit.
Yeah.
It's going to be an actual Pokemon game.
It's got to be. The thing is, Pokemon Go has got. Niantic just needs to let go of it. If it was actually done by somebody that knew how to make a game, and
I think I'm mishearing you. Did you say that Pokemon's going to get a battle royale?
Yeah.
That's what I just heard from you.
Let's drop in Charmander Fields. That would be awesome. Wouldn't that be amazing? Think about it. You could drop with nothing but Pokeballs. and you would have to catch the Pokemon and use them to beat other trainers.
I'd rather
I
not
just took an
hear
arc
the idea of it.
rocket to the face in my RE251.
Mm.
250 whatever millimeter rocket.
Did you? I doubt you survived that. Am I correct in assuming that?
Holy shit, that actually scared me.
Yeah, man, I missed that. I used to get startled by this game all the time, like jump scared by.
Actually, like 420mm rockets don't put
Oh my gosh, I'm
Oh,
finishing.
yeah, maybe that seemed kind of big.
I got it, guys. Can we just kind of let out a quiet victory shriek? You guys can be as loud as you want, but I'm just gonna kind of do a quiet one. That's good stuff. All right, we did it. It's time to go to bed. I love you guys like family. We've been through war together. I'll catch you guys
Noticing
later.
a trend in this game now.
Yeah.
For bombers, it's he who marks a base for himself first dies first.
Oh jeez. Marking bases. Good stuff. How do you feel about that? Do you just do your own thing and let everybody else catch up, or?
I kind of adapt to it, but I wish people had like half a fucking brain when they marked it. Like nobody
Yeah.
ever marks the middle.
I can
You
relate.
gotta play a match in it and customize it.
You know, here's what I'm gonna do. It's pretty darn late, and so like the later I stay up, the more I hold off on like rescuing Tank Baby from the hangar, and she makes these adorable but despairing abandoned baby sounds while I try and get 5 more minutes of sleep. So
At least accept that fucking IS-7 coupon.
I'm definitely gonna use that coupon right now, cause this is mine. And I'm gonna test drive it, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Okay. IS-6 out of the way, your fake news. And let's go to our bias tree. Oh, it's such a good looking little thumbnail it's got there, and I got the. Let's put the panda and the heart on it. And Daniel Boom. So we need. It's gonna take me half an hour to test drive this thing because my brain is so fried right now. Like, I'm usually brain drained after teaching a class because just teaching wears out my brain. And then to grind late into the night and then do this, I'm at the limit now. Common. Hard. I have to like narrate what I'm doing, or I forget what I'm doing while I'm doing it.
Thank you, Fly Daily. You teach people how to do something in the P61 to the BV238, but they suck at it. So they run right into you.
Yeah, I honestly I'm grateful for Fly Daily just for the fact that he can sonically clean my eardrums for me from across the room. But other than that, he's a reasonably entertaining guy. I watch his videos.
I think I don't want to like shit on him, but he is entry level. I think. I find this with a lot of the communities I'm in, like gaming communities, and there's the entry level guy that's really popular, but the moment you actually start learning about the game, you kind of just stop watching.
Yeah, I can completely relate. And he's definitely put his time in, you know, but he just doesn't absorb the facts the way that the people I go to do. You know, he's kind of a little bit of a slower learner, I think, and that's totally fine.
You starting drama on the YouTube. You get Keemstar.
Dude, he said that he was basically too testosterone to. Didn't he say he was held back in school or something? I think he said so. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Some of my best friends are people of reduced capacity.
That's like the nicest but also meanest way of saying it.
Well, why is it admitted that
Gee,
his
you just
content
machine gun fucking Panzer
like,
too.
why is it admitted his content of the character like he intentionally over exaggerates?
I really think that if if all you do is surround yourself with people of equal or greater intelligence than yourself, you're doing yourself a disservice. And intelligence is a really broad term.
You're cutting out your Toshi off. Like,
It's probably for the best. I'm just rambling the dumbest thoughts that come to my mind right now. This tank, though, this tank feels so good. I'm test driving it in arcade.
Yeah, I'm watching it, and Jesus.
It's
How
just...
many tanks did you kill before you end up moving to the actual main gun?
You just like... Oh, I think 2, but I could...
Like, I saw you wreck the
Yeah,
Panzer 2, and I
isn't-
think you started wrecking the Panzer 3.
Isn't that just disgusting? Yeah, you can shred those early Panzer 3s with heavy machine guns as well. This thing is just sickening. I mean, obviously, it fits right in its battle rating, but it's just such a bully.
Oh, that's the old thing. Like, you're using this test range, not the one that they give you for the modern vehicles, with like the T55.
Interesting. Yeah, I guess they made it period appropriate. I think what they did is they just don't have anything set up properly because Gaijin, but let's call it historical accuracy, a nod to historical accuracy. Yeah, look at this fat turret. This turret looks like a Soviet engorged tick that just feeds on like other modern other tanks of the era. It just ate several heavy tanks and became the monster that it is.
Holy shit, that mouse shot.
Ugh. Yeah. Yeah. It's just the mouse. Imagine the mouse trying to pen this thing from that range, and you just derp right into it. Ah, so
Mouse can't
evil.
pen it from the front at like any range.
Let's do RB just to
show off.
just to rub it in.
Showing off.
So apparently the IS-7's turret ring is bugged, and you can shoot machine guns through it. So have fun with that next time you see an IS-7.
I don't think I will, because I don't have anything that can even get up to
Yeah.
8.0.
You've probably only got a year before they fix it.
Just like the fire bugs.
Yeah.
First of all, penetrating its turret ring is hard enough on its own because it's
Yeah.
barely visible and only from the back of the turret.
Yeah. Yeah.
Second of all, just getting into one-shotting it is pretty much impossible.
Look at that turret.
Sure, you can disable the drive and gunner, but it's not gonna die in one shot.
Just imagine being in a Panzer IV G or whatever they still had knocking around at the end of World War II and facing this. Just imagine that Germany held out for just long enough for this thing to roll up on your
What
doorstep.
channel are you posting it in?
Oh my gosh.
I'd shoot him in the gun. That's what that.
I don't think Germany could play. What was this? 1947, 1948?
Oh no, I missed. I don't think I'll be able to pen it from this
I
angle.
know the IS-3s were like on the cusp of it, but I don't think this was. I think it was like another 2-3 years out.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying, imagine being outclassed to that degree would be just, I mean, if somebody, like in Civ, when you have a way higher technology advantage than your enemy and they're still on like muskets and you're rolling up in modern armor.
Pretty much.
That's the dream, man. That's what Germany was going for during the war, but they never really realized it.
By the end of World War II, I mean, sure the IS-7 would have been a problem to counter if it rolled out, but they still had the King tankers around.
Yeah.
And that 88mm can penetrate this thing, so I don't think it would be that big of a problem. They would just have to go kind of like a Sherman, know the weak spots, and just send it on in.
You still gotta have that turret facing right at you for the mouse. Mouse is an interesting little beastie.
I think most interesting about it is the name.
There's one problem with the mouse. You can barely one-shot unless you hit the ammo.
Yeah.
There's too much nothing in it.
Ooh, that stock gun dispersion though, that was bad. That's something I'm gonna have to suffer. Well, this is a bully tank. I can be right up in their face. Okay, that's just let's hold off on that for now.
And it's only got like 7.7 modification requirements, like pinpoint
Oh
requirements.
jeez, those MGs though. I can't wait to shoot down planes with this thing.
I have not shot down one of them. Kind of sad.
That fire rate on those heavy machine guns is
What tank are we talking
significant.
IS-7.
Yeah, shoot down planes with it, sure. Try aim with the machine gun first.
On the 14.5.
They have one major problem, and that is the shittiest elevation I've seen in a long time. This is like the SOC 37 mounted on a tank.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It's gonna happen at some point though, because people just fly their planes. Certain people fly in a very predictable way.
In realistic, this thing's well, yeah, it's anti-air, but
Yeah, I'm gonna
mobile for a gun.
I'm gonna play this in arcade primarily. I think it's made for arcade. The arcade meta just fits this.
Not really, actually, because in arcade they can easily find your weak spots.
That's true.
While in RB and let's say in RB, the RNG penetration in arcade is kind of bullshit. But in realistic, they can't just see that. They need to know where it is.
Oh, is my
Just
ready
because
rack
one
empty?
autoloader, and there's not going to be that thing with one crew member alive in the tank.
Oh man, this thing is just, it's so intimidating. Custom battles, man, that's what I want to do with this more than anything. Do like rank 3 versus IS-7, just for the lulz. One of the things that actually got me watching War Thunder YouTubers in general, because I was like, I don't have time to watch somebody play this game, you know? Was looking for footage on the mouse and seeing Baron Von Games and his buds making mouse videos. They were just laughing their asses off the whole time.
I haven't seen Baron playing War Thunder in forever.
I know. He's done with it, I think, and that's okay. People move on.
I wasn't a big fan of Baron anyway.
But I miss him. I miss when Baron was having fun and just screwing around and having a good time. He was like a child. He was like a happy kid, and that just, it rubs off on you. And there's nobody quite like that, I think. Everybody's just, I don't know, a little bit more self-aware maybe, or a little bit more serious, or a little bit more goofy in the wrong sense. I don't know, but there's nobody quite like that, at least that I've watched. So I miss him a little bit, just for that. And I think he changed as well. I think he sort of got burned out and grew up a little bit personally. He's not the Baron that made those mouse videos in the past. Which is okay. Everybody grows up.
Hey there.
Hello there.
Greetings from Germany. I have a
Greetings
question to
from
the IS-7
Germany.
event.
Yeah.
Experience that sometimes assembled object will disappear from your inventory?
Did you use it to assemble a different object?
No, I assembled yesterday the idle wheels and the sprocket wheels for the IS-7 chassis.
Okay.
We logged today in and now it's gone.
Or did you get your parts back? Because what could happen is, well, I'm not going to
didn't get my
speculate.
parts back.
So they must be around somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. I've never experienced that, unfortunately.
Okay, that's one problem realistic. An IS-7 facing off versus an IS-7.
Bullshit. Oh man, this really pissed me off right now.
Oh man, I can imagine, because these parts aren't easy to come by.
All you gotta do in the IS-7 is just shoot it right in the face. Like right underneath the gun. It'll go right through.
Yeah, you try to do that in realistic, my boy.
Yeah, in any game mode.
Everyone's playing the IS-7. Realistic matchmaking breaks, and it's gonna be Russians versus Russians.
Well, historical accuracy for the win.
Yeah, I remember. The IS-7 will be a rare vehicle, Gaijin said. Whatever, at 7.7 every second match IS-7 span.
That's because everyone's playing it out of all the grind that's got.
You're really conflating. It's still gonna be rare by the end of this.
Well, to be
all
honest,
said and done.
Belly as one of the cheapest ultra rare vehicles on the market right now.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. My friend just built on
Oh,
the
man.
IS-7 because yes.
Dude, have you guys seen the tracks of IS-7? They look so good. They're like shiny. Ah,
Because they've never been used.
that is a pretty for the first time they make some model on the tank that doesn't look like it was dropped in the Baltic Sea for a month.
Yep.
Which is, you know, it's a valid artistic decision, but it gets old for things that you expect to look good, like modern tanks, you know.
So well, I will kicking some hard techno and continue the grind again. No.
And I'm now
My
in the
condolences.
round of my first ever MBT.
Yeah, buddy.
The
Congratulations.
bad news is that MBT is the AMX-30.
And have fun. See ya.
You
I'm
know-
just gonna tell you, in realistic it sucks. In arcade it should be removed.
Should,
For some reason the heat in arcade, or rather that tank has a problem with when you shoot at it, your round just goes through, it doesn't detonate.
ah,
Hell,
interesting.
an IS-7 can't even kill it. Because the round just goes through the bloody tank. Even though it's a media or MBT.
Alright, and I very much do need to go to bed. So guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. You guys on the Discord, it has been an honor serving with you. Bye-bye.
See you.
Yes, I'm right. Later,